when I've received a mail from Shannon asking for a Zoom meet, I was little kindly be kind of busy here because of this COVID situation, and we have a COVID hospital running here, and it's quite tough times which doctors and administration we're all facing here. We have around 800 cases of COVID positive cases in Puttaparthi and around. So it's a grim situation, and some of our staff, some of our ashramites, some of our lecturers, and they all got affected. Some of them tested positive. They're all in hospitals. But when Shannon sent me a mail, I thought, let me come back and share some thoughts and join the brothers from South Africa, so that we if whatever possible I can share and I can clarify to them. I thought maybe better I do that as early as possible. I thought this is also a Swami's work, and that's why we are doing this call. Very nice that a lot of you have joined this meeting, and basically it's regarding the current ongoing subject, which is a global council. I think most of you have some idea about what's happening, because SSIO has been also been in touch with you, sending out mails, sending out messages. In the response, I have sent out certain mails which are just gives you a little more background about what's happening. Okay, it's a long story cut short that I just want to tell you a little bit of background about what is this global council and why we are at the current situation. Baba has nominated us for a trust, and right from 2010, I am involved in the administration here on a day-to-day basis, and I'm available here for 24/7. So in this context, a lot of people overseas devotees, they keep coming to Prashanti Nilayam on a regular basis, and Prashanti is a most hallowed place of our Divine Father, and also every devotee feels Prashanti when they come. They feel very happy. They feel at home, and they feel recharged to just connect to Swami and recharge themselves. People from all over the world, people come to Prashanti Nilayam. So in the process, being here, we connect to everybody. In fact, maybe your own officials may not have met all the people, but we get to see, because people from all over come here to Prashanti, and we interact with them. Personally, I have been observing a couple of years, 4 or 5 years, that what's happening is we try our best to contact and have some conversations with some of the office bearers of international organization. Somehow there is a reluctance from that side. We keep watching that, and of late, there is a sort of regimentation, and we try. None of them try to meet either trustees or there. We invite them for office, just come for a chat or have some coffee and leave. So there is some hesitancy about meeting us from international organization. Office bearers need not be at the Prashanti Council level, even at the zonal level. Anybody comes for so many times there are Prashanti programs and Prashanti visits by devotees. When they come, there is a sort of reluctance, and so this we have been watching over a period of years. Recently, then maybe 2 years from last 2 years, we have been discussing this about in trust meetings, and is there anything we are lacking, or we want to do certain things to change this situation? Are we? What is the reason? And there is a reluctance. Or is there any misgivings, or what happened that there is sort of hesitancy about that? So we have been working on that, and we discussed even in the trust many a time, and a lot of even Mr. Chakravarti sir, who is is a long-standing devotee and has been with Swami for last 81 to 2011, now good 30 years, and very closely worked on day-to-day with Swami. He was the secretary of Central Trust for almost 16 years. And so we've been exchanging notes, and he also said many times these international office bearers don't get to see us, or we want to exchange just pleasantries also, they are not available. So in the process, I was talking to him. He said, Ratnakar, I think, it is Swami's command, Swami's direction that everybody should work together, and all of us have a broader perspective and a brotherly connect between all the organizations. And like that, when we were discussing, and Swami's, I was not much aware of what Swami had mentioned about. So we were seeing all through the archives and what Swami felt. I studied a little bit, and many a time Swami wanted, all the organizations. He specifically says, all of you are like brothers and sisters. You should work together. And I came across two discourses where Swami very specifically says people from different countries should work, and they should connect back to Prashanti Nilayam. Prashanti Nilayam is a headquarter, and things like that. Then there is one more discourse in which Swami said international organization and world organization should work alongside of Sathya Sai Central Trust, and they should keep in touch with the Central Trust, and whatever they are doing. In fact, he says even the appointments and all should be, in consultation with Central Trust. This is the discourse. So when I heard and all that, and when I went through the whole process, then we did little more background work, and very surprisingly, this kind of hesitancy from international organization was bothering us, and we also wanted to know really the reason why there is a sort of reluctance, and what is that we have done to create have we created any gap by our own actions. And so we did little soul searching, and said we want to get closer, and more so when I personally heard Swami's words. I think we said no, it is Swami's word. If Swami's word is not implemented in Sai organization, where else we can do it? It has to be implemented. So that is how we all moved on, and a lot of discussions have taken place. And it got more and more clear when I was discussing with elders and various people involved, and what is Swami's National Organization President of India and International President, Dr. Narendra Reddy. It was shared very nicely. Mr. Nimesh Pandey, who is a Sathya Sai Organization of India's president, he came back and said it's a good idea that all of us should be in one canopy and look, though we work in our own domains, maybe let the international work in their own domain, national work. So Central Trust has its own works to take care of many things which are already built, like hospitals, universities, schools, and projects. He said it's good thing that we all should connect and come into one, show to the world that we are under same canopy. So with this idea, he came back. He was very positively reacted, and then Mr. Narendra Reddy said he just sent a message saying that we will like to know more about Global Council. What is it structure? What is it like, and all that. We exchanged certain discussions, and I was talking to him personally on the phone, and once he asked me also, because all my journal chairs and officials are asking me, they're confused about this, because when we were having this concept note, so 23rd November happens to be Swami's 95th birthday. We thought maybe just it's a good offering to Swami of unity. See, we never thought it's going to get into flared up into this kind of a difference of opinion. We never expected. We thought connecting to Prashanti should be, everybody should be able to just like that do it. Everybody will be happy, and why not they will connect to. That's how we were very positively we put it. But then that's how the announcement went, and then Dr. Reddy talked to me. I was even till December first week, I was discussing and talking to him, and I assured him, saying that there is no change in the function and the structure of SSIO. There will not be. I told him, Narendra, we know each other for long. Don't worry. Whatever happens, whatever concept note, you can react. You can always change. This is somewhere we need to start a discussion. So we have given this, and you don't need to worry. Whatever, you can consult your people. Give us what you feel like, what you want. Then I assured him, saying that there will not be any change in the function and structure of Satsai International Organization. And he wrote back to the entire trust board on 8th of December, I think, saying that I spoken to managing trustee, Brother Ratnakar, and he confirms that there is no change in the structure and the functioning of Satyasai International Organization. Things like that, he confirmed saying. So after that, very surprisingly, when he has, on 8th December, he wrote to us saying that I have confirmed. From 8th onwards, we started receiving letters from various quarters of Satyasai International Organization officials and office bearers, saying we don't need Satyasai Global Council, we don't accept Global Council. And nearly 130 letters came in. We were quite surprised, and to say we were even shocked that, how did this all happen? And everybody is writing from various places, Argentina, Australia, Singapore, Hong Kong, wherever, South Africa, wherever it is. People were writing who are not known to us, and they have no idea what they're writing, to which body they're writing, and their language was not very good, and it was quite rude also, and uncivil kind of a language they were writing, and writing to a body which is Satyasai Central Trust, which runs, and all the it's in the center of Sai mission. And writing such things to highest body by somebody, actually we don't know, even young adults groups writing and advising. We were quite surprised, and then actually all our misgivings or whatever we were thinking that things are not okay, they got confirmed, saying that we are really, there is something, it's a deviation has happened, some sort of repair work has to be done. So that is the one, that is a wake-up call for us, that there is a widespread, see, you cannot write just like that to a body, even on a normal sense, forget about Satyasai alone, any body cannot write just like that to a trust, saying that, we don't need you, we don't recognize you, we don't know you, you are a sinner and you are committing a sin. I mean, and some of the, I don't feel like telling all this, but there are 130 of letters which we received from people whom hitherto we have not met or not concerned about. So that really put us into a kind of more thinking from all our groups, and we said, hey, this is something wrong. Why on earth they should be behaving like this? This is Sai organization. They should know this Satyasai Central Trust handles all the hospitals and everything in the Prashanti Nilayam. And in fact, all the properties are owned by Sathya Sai Central Trust, completely from everything, pin to elephant, everything in this mission here is owned by Central Trust, and such an important organization. And Swami is the author of Sri Sathya Sai Central Trust. He is a signatory to the document, the trust deed, and he's the one who brought forth, he's the settler of the organization and the Central Trust. He himself was a member of Central Trust from 1972 to 2011 till Mahasamadhi time. So it's a very important organization, which is, and people know this, and people from all over writing, and to people who are, there are very respected people from Supreme Court judges and people who have been in a bureaucracy, who have been in very high positions in our government. There are people who have received very high awards from the government and country. So they do not know, they're writing. So we felt this is something is wrong. Earlier, I was telling you the hesitancy was there. Then we did little more probe and started talking to people. Why was the hesitancy and what is this? So then I had some, because of their our good relationship, and whenever they're here, we extend all the love, support, and whatever they require. So many of zone chairs and central coordinators, various people in different rungs of Prashanti Council and SSIO. So I started interacting, brother, what is it like? What's happening? These people are writing like this. And so then they said, sir, we were not allowed to meet, and we were told that we should not meet Central Trust people or trustees. And in fact, when sometimes when we make our trips, we are continuously called, whom did you meet? What did you meet? What did they say? And things like that. And the zone chairs experienced this kind of a thing. Then we were very unhappy about the whole situation. Sai is all about unity, trust, and why is this going on like this? And then the trust board decided, said Ratnakar, not to worry about whatever they have written. Let us reach out to them and say our intent of doing this. So I wrote out a letter on December 12th saying that, nice of you to have written, though you have written little harsh and let us, but we have not known you, and it's good we are connecting. And like that, I explained what is our stand, and it's only to connect everybody to Prashanti Nilayam as per the direction of Bhagavan, and that's all. We had no intention and to disturb or distort or destroy, as they say, to international organization at all. So we were very clear that it is just linked to Prashanti and Prashanti Nilayam. And Indian organization had no problem. Indian organization is a very big organization, and 90% of Sai mission on planet. It's they have tens and thousands of centers and bhajan samitis. So it is very formidable, very strong, 1 million volunteers and things like that. So it's a very strong organization. They are very keen and want to be associated with Sathya Sai Central in the same space, but we don't interfere with them anytime for their functioning. In fact, we support them. So why is this kind of a thing? And we realized that, there's some sort of misgivings are going on. And that's how we have learned only last couple of months. There are issues which we need to address. The process, when I wrote letter, then again, they had meetings, and some of them even shared their video calls and things like that. So just we were trying to find out, is there anything which we need to do for doing, to sort of keep them calm and keep them, is there anything which we are not doing right? So in the process, we were learning everything, and it's not so that, there is some reluctance or some hesitance, not because of our wrongdoing, but there is some very deliberate attempt by the people in senior people just to keep this away, or not to involve with us, or something like that. Then, very surprisingly, we received letters from Leonardo Guttorp saying that we had a Prashanti Council meetings and all our officials, some 26 officials, and they again write the same thing, and which is not a very pleasant writings. And he keeps on relaying every day 2 or 3 letters to all the trustees, thinking, every 10 days he will send it, and every day morning we will have letters, 2-3 letters, sort of distancing us from the whole thing and things like that. They were mentioning. Then little more deeply we probed, and then I wrote to Guttar. Necessarily was raising certain issues which are not factual. He was saying in one of those meetings, Dr. Reddy was appointed by Swami. And it is not true because, all of us in the God is the one, Swami is our God, and we all are somehow into this mission only because of His grace. But on a very gross level, I said, I just checked all my documents, and I found Dr. Goldstein was the Prashanti Council chairman and also chairman of World Foundation, Sri Sathya World Foundation during Mahasamadhi time. Then how come Swami appointed him? Why are they misleading people from international organization? There's nothing wrong if you say Prashanti Council, if you don't want to agree that Sathya Sai Central Trust has facilitated his appointment, he can say Prashanti Council has appointed him. Why do you say Swami appointed when it is not true? When it is not a fact. So ultimately, Swami only appoints each one through somebody. I mean, that is not, but in a very normal level, it is not true. Then why are they saying? Who will deny if your position? But why are they trying to? They're taking sort of umbrage behind Swami and using Swami did this, Swami did that. So factually, Swami has told you to connect to Prashanti Nilayam, work with Central Trust. Then why are you not avoiding that? So we are surprised. I wrote to him, and one of his letters, he was very very caustic, and they have some high-handed feeling that Prashanti Nilayam is built by them. So that false notion, that's why I had to say that, it's a donations of a lot of devotees which come in. See, you can't appropriate that credit for yourself. That is what I wrote to them. See, devotees contribute to Swami only for love for Swami, not for Reddy, not for Ratnakar, not for Nimesh Pandya. So we can't say, if somebody comes and gives me a check, generally everybody comes here, they meet me and give me checks for Central Trust. It is not me who is getting the money for Central Trust. It is Swami's money, and we are only just a postman which sends this, receive this and send it back to trust account. So this is what happening. He said $50 million. We did hospitals. We built that. These, Swami would have really, believe me, would have. If this is a stand of SSAO, Swami would have dismantled it in 15 seconds. It is very disrespectful saying, it is Swami's money, Swami's devotees, Swami, anybody contributing for Swami. And such kind of discussion itself, the mindset, we understood it is something wrong. They have gone away, drifted from Swami's principles. Who will say, this is our master? They talk like that. But who will say that we gave, and it is not them. They were not even in the picture. It is some devotees who contributed, and they keep on writing so many things, which even I don't think even Guttar must have been in back of the beyond. So he's saying is not maybe, and every time he gives, I don't know what is his compulsion. He gives, I was there, See, this is kind of, in fact, this itself shows very, very wrong attitude of people, and we were surprised by this. So then again, we requested and said, I wrote again a letter. I think in February 24th or so, February sometime. Again, I wrote a letter saying, no, this is, there is some misgivings like that. And I gave to everybody in the very limited circulation I did, and because I didn't want to write to everybody about all this. And then again, the whole thing was silent, and we were also not really. I thought, we had given 8 months time. We announced it in November. We thought we had told by Guru Purnima, let us think, and we will discuss, and we will whatever differ, whatever we can debate and discuss, decide. So in the process, suddenly in April 1st week or so, April 1st or 2nd week, one of our trustees received a call from Dr. Reddy. That is what he mentioned to us, saying that Dr. Reddy had a long call with us, and one of the trustees of Central Trust. Then Mr. Leonardo Guttar had called one of the trustees in Chennai, and he spoke. Then we had some hope saying that maybe they have a rethink, and there's no harmful thing that is going to happen if they join, and they might have seen the good intention, and there's no damage for them at any point in this whole arrangement. So maybe they are coming. We were very happy. Okay, whatever they have said, whatever they have written, whatever they used language, it's okay. But now, if they are coming, fine, we will wait. So all our people said, okay, let us have a Zoom meeting. See, in fact, this is Reddy keeps saying this is a pandemic. We are having. We want to come to face, knowing that he cannot come, knowing that this is a pandemic. In fact, he told me we will come by Aradhana Mahotsav. But the pandemic time, the travels are. So he went on saying, taking that I want to face. In fact, I told even some of the officers, I said, you are doing a Zoom calls, hundreds of Zoom calls. Why don't you do with us? At the drop of the hat, you are calling people, you're calling Zoom calls, Zoom meets, and and involving a lot of people, creating a false narrative. Why don't you sit with us? And you can always disagree. There's no problem. No, this we don't want to do this we don't want to do this you can do. Or you can summarily also say, we don't want to get into any of this, we don't accept it, whatever. Nothing is happening, no meeting ground. December, in my letter to Guttar, I have talked about Zoom call. Today we are in May. Even in April, after when they suddenly, after 2-3 months, they started connecting to one or two trustees. We were we had little, maybe Swami is giving us some little space, some ray of hope that we felt, okay, let us positively try, and we said, okay, let us ask them for a Zoom call. So our people were presenting and asking. Some of our trustees wrote to them, Dr. Reddy. Again, same story repeats. Again, all these 26 people who are around surrounding him, they all meet and they say, we don't need a central trust, we don't recognize central trust, all that. And this time, very surprisingly, being an international chairman, he himself starts forwarding these things. So we knew he was just only using all this to just tell us. And we had no choice. Now, Central Trust was told that we don't need Central Trust. We don't we don't have anything to do with Central Trust. They have nothing to do with us. We are independent, and very like same kind of language and all. Then that is the time. In fact, we had never ever thought a day we will create a structure, Now we wanted to tell, okay, Global Council is formed. What do we do now? We have already announced, and now you are pushed into a corner. They're saying nothing doing, and all sort of things they're doing. We said, fine. Then again, we discussed with a lot of people in international organization or overseas organization, various countries, and they started talking, and they said, what do we say? What is your suggestion? A lot of people, there are very many, 95, 99% of them are inclined and connected to Swami. So we asked them, what is that you say? They say, no, sir, if you are going ahead. See, we can't, now it is like, we have started it. It is Swami's command. We have not taken as if it is ours, we could have just withdrawn. It is under Swami's command, and so we have heard and we know what it is very clearly. It's not a one-day discussion. Over a period of months together, years together, we have thought over it, mulled over it. Now, last 6 months, we have been thinking and talking, exchanging quite a lot of information. So we are very 100% convinced that it has to be done, and now or never kind of a situation. So we discussed with people saying, how do we go about it? We are going to announce a formation of the Global Council, and many of overseas devotees, they advised me saying, see, if you say you are going ahead, you need to give a structure. Otherwise, devotees and organizations will be confused as to what they should do, whom do they report, whom do they connect, how do they function, what is the flow chart, how do they work, and that kind of a thing. So that's how we are perforced to create an organization now under Global Council. Otherwise, we had no intention. It is just connecting a hook to SSIO to Prashanti Nilayam. That's all. We had nothing to do with it. So this is what happened, and then we have to go into the entire structure. And we true to whatever we had mentioned earlier, that there is no change in the functioning of the organization. Then we went through and we said, see, devotees have not done anything. The office bearers, innocent office bearers, innocent devotees are not done. And we realized by then all these, they are only using all these people as a shield. We could realize what is happening as a shield, using them and, sort of instigating people. So we said, okay, we have no intention of creating any parallel organization. We will say, okay, whatever is there from zone chairs and down, we want to decentralize and let zone chairs be there and everybody, whatever the structure. So they may say we have copied. It is not like that. And whatever structure is there, whoever comes with a global council, they come. And that's how we took this decision. And on 23rd, I had to send out this letter saying global council is formed and this is a structure. And that's how we all met. And it's not I alone can take any decision, including even when I send out letters, I do keep all of them informed. And it's nothing, it's a very cohesive family. When I was made a trustee in 2010 by Bhagwan himself, I was just 40 and most of the trustees were 75, 78, 80. In fact, whenever they have a meeting, they used to jocularly tell me our Ratnakar brings down our average age of the trust because he's 40, so he pulls down others. And I used to say, sir, average age also pulled up because you are all there and I'm alone here. So this kind of thing went on, and many times I used to wonder why Swami kept me there, a 40 years old guy with 75, 78, 80 plus. The great Bhagavati, the Supreme Court Chief Justice of India, was also a member of the Central Trust earlier. I used to wonder, but it's a great learning. See, whenever God does, we should not question. We should accept it and just accept it and learn what is it in store for us. So I've learned so much from them, and maybe when Swami made this trust, formed the trust, perhaps I was on probation. I needed to learn a lot of things: what to do, what not to do, how to conduct a meeting, how to speak to elders, how to speak, deal with the government, how to there's whole sort of whole activity, including functions, how to conduct a function. Of course, Swami, fortunately, he had blessed me to be with him, and I have been, seeing all the functions, how it's conducted, getting artists to perform here, getting very VIPs for presiding over functions, everything. So, good 25 years, Swami had been blessed me to be with him and to train. So, in all this, now we had no choice. So we said, okay, we will give a structure, and that's how it started. We gave a structure, and it's again, when I said, what are the things which Global Council are privileged or blessed, I meant saying that whatever programs you have to do, you should be a part of a Global Council. You want to sing bhajans, you want to have a preference to your accommodation, you want to have a seminar, conference, young adults, everything, Balavikas, EHP programs, dramas, whatever. We said only Global Council people will be there. Then they just immediately twisted and said Ratnakar is saying is a very threatening posture, and he's kind of very authoritarian. No. We are not here to threaten anybody. We are not here to frighten anybody. We just stated our position. Because the Indian organization is there, we have 31 states and very active organization. 550 districts out of 720 districts are, it's very, very active organization here. We have district Parthi Yatras, and we have state Parthi Yatras and things like that. So the slots, if we really fill up these slots, it's very difficult. The international organization will get in once in 3 years or 4 years if really we want to do. So it is not like that. So we are always cutting down on the domestic organization. We ration them and say, please give a slot to them. And this is kind of activity which we were doing. So then if now Global Council is there and Indian organization is there, then there is somebody who doesn't want to recognize us, somebody who doesn't want to be part of Prashanti. So we said, okay, fine, they don't need to be there. See, it is very simple. You have a friend, you have your friend child or your own relative comes, you allow them into your bedroom, your drawing room, your kitchen, everywhere. But if a guest comes, they will be allowed up to only to the porch or whatever, and you talk to them and say, you are not saying don't come. So we said only performing or anything like that. See, Indian organization and many countries have already signed up here, and Nepal has done it, UK has done it, and many countries which I don't want to discuss because they will start putting undue pressure on them. There are 450 centers have already registered here. So we said that's not a threatening posture. People are just again twisting and saying that we are threatening people. Of course, it's not threatening. We have stated our position. The people who will get tomorrow again, you will ask, say, can we come? So what is that we are doing? Can we be in SSIO and still do this? No, we said when you don't recognize Sathya Sai Central Trust, you say you don't want Central Trust. You say, and Global Council already, the moment we announced, Indian organization has clicked. Within 6 hours, our brother Ramesh Pandya clicked and said, we are on board with you. Within 6 hours. So they knew they are much bigger in number and the very sheer number and centers. So they were wanting to be part of and that is what we expected. See, why on earth any Sathya Sai, any organization which has Sathya Sai should be hesitating to connect to Prashanthi Nilayam and Swami? Under Swami's words. In fact, I was talking to Nimesh. He said, I have heard Swami saying, physically saying, you all should be part of Prashanthi and work with Central Trust. So this is what is issue. Then we were saying, what is the reason? Did we say anything? So only one issue which perhaps irked Dr. Reddy is that international. See, we had a clause in that in the entire structure when we gave him a concept note, saying that Prashanthi Nilayam, the Global Council will recommend and Central Trust will appoint the Global Council chairman, the Indian organization chairman, and the international organization chairman. These three will be appointed as per the recommendations of the Global Council to Central Trust, and Central Trust will give them an appointment. This is what we thought through this. Why? The reason is, see, today Reddy is there. Tomorrow, if he is not there, then who else is there? We wanted continuity, connectivity to Prashanthi Nilayam. Today, we are Central Trust. We are here. The people who have worked with Swami, who have been advised by Swami, who has worked under direction of Swami, are available today. Tomorrow, that may not be true. That may not hold water. Tomorrow, people who have not seen Swami, not worked with Swami, they're not knowing what it is. If the new people come and they create new ideas, you can, not knowing Swami is what Swami expected of his organization. It is not. See, one thing you should know that Sathya Sai mission, Sathya Sai organizations, whether it is Central Trust, Indian organization, and international organization, it is not owned or operated by any one of us. It is Swami's. Central Trust is not Ratnakar. Sathya Sai organization of India is not Nimesh Pandya. International organization is not Narendra Reddy. It is Swami. That is what we want to convey. That is what every devotee should know. International organization is not Reddy, not Narendra Reddy. Sathya Sai organization of India is not Nimesh Pandya. Sathya Sai Central Trust is not Ratnakar. Let it be very clear. We all work at the lotus feet. So we want to connect everybody to Prashanthi Nilayam, and it was very clearly mentioned by Swami. And we have a lot of other background material to take this decision. None of us have wanting to have any usurping of thing or takeover. The way they use the words. Now, Global Council is for sure. For sure. We have taken this decision only because see, a person like Venkat Sadanand uses a word, there will be bloodshed. Some other guy from there says it's a war. And this Zone 4, I do not know what is Manoj. He says it's a battle. And all of them, Prashanthi Council elders are sitting and they don't even object to this language. They should object. No? This is Swami's and we should not use that kind of a language. So we were pushed to a corner and we are made to realize, in fact, if at all we are to be pulled up, we should be pulled off. Why we delayed this? We should be held responsible for not doing this for so long. So this is what is we are going through this turmoil of mental turmoil that we are answerable to Swami. Swami had given a clear guidance. Why we have not done this far, and this is a result we are seeing. People are talking this kind of terms. And definite psychophancy, it is if you talk such kind of terms. This is not done. This is not Satya Sai organization. We don't accept this kind of words also. And you're talking when you're in reference to Satya Sai Central Trust. You don't want anything. And, so that is a whole background in which we have evolved to this, and we have no reason to threaten anybody or take an aggressive posture and say, don't come. And again, they're saying, we have said, don't come to Prashanti Nilayam. Let me be very clear, categorical on this. No one, including Satya Sai Central Trust, has a right to deny any devotee on this planet to come to Prashanti Nilayam and take darshan of Swami. This is given. God comes as an avatar. Swami has come as an avatar for humanity. We cannot segregate anybody. Anybody can come. But what we said, if SSSO people who have not accepted, who rejected Satya Sai Central Trust, we don't want to Central Trust, we said no problem. Be wherever you are. We have no issue. But you will not be able to perform. That's all we said. You will not be able to get a preference in our accommodation. You go. If available, they will give. Otherwise, you go out and stay in lodge. We have no issue. You come for darshan, you go in a regular line and sit in a devotee's block and have a darshan, enjoy yourself and go. Who says no? No way. But if you want, since only our organizations which are connected to Prashanti, connected to Central Trust, we will permit them. This is that is our, I think, I don't think anybody should see anything other than that. All this while you had privileges. But definitely we want to give that. We have not denied to anybody. All that we are saying, those as per the directions of Swami who connect to Prashanti. When you don't want the Satya Sai Central Trust, which is started by Swami, why do we need you? We are absolutely clear, be very clear on this, and I am not mincing my words. I am not saying anything which is out of ego. With humility, Swami is there, and let me tell you, why on earth we want to disturb an organization like this? What do we gain? They're all thinking of power, and they're all thinking of, that is in their mind. What is in you only you can project and see. It is not power gain. If you are thinking Satya Sai is a power and influence, please leave this place. I don't think we should have any more discussion. This is not about power. This is not, you think we have power? What power I have here? I don't have any power. I am only a servant of Swami here. I love Swami. I love being at his feet. I love to be working for him. That is what it is. Satya Sai Central Trust Managing Trustee is the first servant in the Prashanti Nilayam. Let it be known to you. And I will stand by it till I am around. Satya Sai Central Trust Managing Trustee is the first servant in Prashanti Nilayam. And I want my brothers and I believe this. Even Satya Sai Organization India, Nimesh Pandey is the first servant of Satya Sai Organization India. And so be in the international organization. But they have risen and they have gone beyond. They have elugized themselves, self-aggrandized themselves, and somebody says they're all gurus and spiritual masters after Swami. They tend to believe. This is a kind of yoga maya, they say. Swami used to say yoga maya. It's not so easy. This is, whenever you are around God and you get a chance, you lose your way. So we have seen people who have been with Swami losing their way and they go away. Somebody is asking whether everyone will be allowed to wear registered or not. Again, please listen what I'm saying. There's not only you, anybody who not devotees, any other devotee, any human being can walk into Prashanti Nilayam. Only any unlawful people or people who are disturbing, people who are doing nuisance, we will reserve the right to allow or not. But anybody can go into, it's a temple, it is a ashram, it is a place of God, it is a Swami's Mahasamadhi is there. Everybody can reach God and fall at his feet and pray for grace and blessings and directions. We will not stop anybody. Be very clear. But if you want any preferences, that's what I have, you want any speakers from here, you want anybody to, you want your activities to be, to be beamed on our networks, you want a preference, you want to have a conferences. See, the people who are with us, we will have that. So we will not have a space for anybody else. We have an organization here. Now Nepal has joined, UK has joined, so many people have joined. We will have, so we will not have a place. So we have already said, sorry, these are all the people who are going to get these chances. So it is not a threatening posture. I'm pushing. I'm putting people under. I'm dictating. No, it is simple thing that anybody can come to Prashanti, but if you want to perform in the presence of Swami, you want to see Swami always wound up his own people, his own organization, his own people. So if you want to be part of that, definitely you need to sign up. That is very clear. Let us not be any ambiguity on that. And let me also tell you, those who don't come, Swami said anybody has to come to Prashanti Nilayam, he has to permit. Without my permission, they cannot enter Prashanti Nilayam. It is not my words, it is Swami's words. If you are not able to come, you don't want to come, maybe Swami is denying you permission. I do not know. Swami has very clearly said, if anybody wants to get into Prashanti Nilayam, you need my permission. In fact, every day I pray to him, why have you denied permission to so many people for last 2 years, 1.5 years? We are closed Prashanti Nilayam. I cry and ask him every day, Swami, how long we go on like this? It is always full of activity, full of festivity, full of joy. Prashanti today, it is completely, sort of because of pandemic. So that is how we started and where we have been led into. And this is for sure. We are started this whole process only after fulfill or to abide by the Swami's command, Swami's directive. So we will not go back on this. Definitely, all the trust board has told me very clearly. Whoever comes, whoever joins, we will go ahead and definitely Swami is guiding us, and Swami, I'm sure Sai Mission will encompass entire world. These organizations are nothing. He will inspire people. You have no idea that today the number of people coming to Prashanti Nilayam are almost, the footfall is more than when Swami was physically present. You do not know because you are away and you come for a day or two or a few hours, you go to center. You are not aware. The footfall of Prashanti Nilayam has increased more than when Swami was physically here. And more than 50-60% of people are new people, newcomers, because we know who are they. We are first timers. They come to accommodation, they go to PRO's office. Most of the time we know they'll be inquiring which side we have to go and where is the thing and where is the canteen. So we know the number of new people. So Swami is inspiring. Nothing will be Purnamada, Purnamidam, Purnamudashyate. When you remove anything from a whole, the whole thing, it will still remain a whole. You add something, it will remain a whole. So people thinking and threatening or feeling that they will go away, and no, Swami is Paripurna. Whatever you go, it will still remain Paripurna. You take out 10 tankers of water from ocean, it is not going to change. It will be ocean. If you add 10 tankers of water, it will still be ocean. So this will not have any effect on this. It is we who lose out on and Swami is very clear. You need to connect to him. You need to. This is a place Swami chose an entire globe. He must have seen and turned the entire earth and seen which is the best place for him to come as an avatar. You see, every place has got an energy. Every place has got and he would have chosen, he's a Paripurna avatar. See, in lifetime of Swami, he has been recognized as a god over the world. It has never happened in any avatar till date. So for such a powerful advent of God, to even bear that particular piece of earth should have been very, very potent and very energetic. It should have been in that energy field. So Swami has chosen Parthi for not any reason. And let me tell you, all the great souls, wherever they come, they always, because they have chosen this place to spread their message of love or whatever they have come to teach to the humanity, they have gone all over to the world. See, Swami has done this. Today we have internet, Zoom. In 1950, people from America, 50s people from America have come. So that's why Swami says, I don't need internet, I need only internet. So that's what it is. Swami will pull anybody. And as I said, he is a Paripurna, Purnamada. Whatever you take from this, there will not be any gap, there will not be anything. It will be always full. When you add, it will be full. Swami is that. And he only can fulfill our love, our life. Nobody else can fulfill. And this place has walked by him, touched by his feet, and energized by his feet. And where else you can get this peace, this love, this vibration? You won't get in California, you don't get in Bombay, you don't get in Bangalore. You don't get. See, Swami is not chosen any place. He could have chosen Durban, Johannesburg, and no, he chose this very remote place where there was no road, there was no electricity, because he would have seen this place as a energy point, energy center. That's why this particular place, when he chose that, it had the power to reach to the world. So every decision of God, you need to be humbly, you have to accept and say, this is our destination, this is our destiny. So, and from people from Africa, the only continent, brothers, which Swami visited is Africa. Swami came to African continent. There is some definite relationship between this and Swami. And ever since you all have been coming, Sai Mission is not about only South Africa. So many countries, you need to spread, you need to make it more vibrant. So many countries are around. You have a lot of suffering is there. So this global council is only, we want now that we have formed, definitely we want to shift the gears, and we should see that all the zones, all whatever, whichever name we all call together, will decide that. And we will definitely, we want to decentralize, make zones as zone chairs as a more focal points. See, it's a very pathetic. I've seen people zone chairs coming and sitting here, and they can't even give. See, they can just tell us and give a permission for somebody to give Aarti in Kulwant Hall. They have to write to some event committee chairman in Alaska or some California. Then he has to get permission for giving Aarti to Swami in Kulwant Hall. And this kind of things, this is, we found this is something we need to untie this and give more. And also, we have thought through and we said, no, we want more and more decentralization. The reason is your times are different, time zones are different, your culture different. So everybody, somebody may don't, in Middle East, they may not, they don't want a photograph to be displayed. So why should you apply to everybody? Somewhere in China or somewhere you can't give Aarti, why should you apply to anybody? So we said, let it be locally, whatever that zone, that culture, that whatever they want. So whatever country they want, you should have a freedom. We should not generalize. You say, because in some cold places, they want to go with shoes. I do not know why they want to go to shoes into Sai Center. I do not know why they want to do this. They are all heated and they have heating systems. No, Swami's place. You call Swami Avatar and God and for us, and we should not do that. So we want to give. Why should you say? And in fact, I had a talk with Reddy once. They said ambience of centers. They said you can have Sarvadharma symbol, you can have chair, but perhaps a picture of Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba. What is perhaps? When perhaps means it's an option. I can understand in Abu Dhabi or Iran or somewhere in a Gulf country. So you can't generalize and say, and this egalitarianism and trying to act very big and, people, it's not correct. Where you cannot have Swami, why should we want to have a Swami center in his name? Just to have a people? I don't feel it is normal. Because yesterday somebody called me from UK. So they were some Zoom call from SSIO, and somebody asked, why don't you join Global Council? I understand, I don't know what, some Ganguly, somebody is there. He answered something very, we don't want to be controlled by Ratnakar. See, this gentleman called me in the morning. He said, sir, thank you. We heard this saying, the whole inside their heart, they are saying this. By outside, they may be saying Dharma, Satya, Swami, Prashanti Council, Swami did, Swami did that. But yesterday, in a fit of anger or fit of, in his exuberance, when I asked, why don't you join Global Council, he said, we don't want to be controlled. See, that is the fact of the matter. They don't want to be controlled. This is what he said in the chat, it seems. He was telling me. I said, see, what is that? You don't want to be controlled, but you want to control everybody. What is the control? What is that I can have or a success and just have a control over people? All of you are here. some participants, what control we can have on you? You're all volunteers. You have love for Swami. You're not subordinate to us. You're all hand in hand. We are all together. We all fall at the same feet. We pray at the Swami's lotus feet, like any one of you. That's what I've been telling even in organization. You have become a managing trustee. It's not a spiritual elevation that you got. It's just a tag you got. You want to get a blessing of Swami, you have to pray. You can be managing trustee, international organization chairman, or a president of All India president. But you need to be personally having that connect with Swami and pray to Swami for his blessings. Just these are not you're a central president or a central council, zone chair, central coordinator, region. It's not a spiritual elevating points, or it will show your any spiritual parameters. No. And we realize that they are nowhere near spirituality. The way they are writing, the way they are reacting. Why on earth SSSO is reacting like this? For a simple thing, saying that you please connect to Prashant Nilayam as per the directions of Swami, and without any change. Now that we have pushed into this, we are given a structure, because again, our brothers from overseas, they advised, if you tell them, you please do this, then when you say don't do this, then what should we do? So you say, don't go in this road, where should we go? They ask which road they should go. So when you say global council and say you come into global council, then how do we connect to? That's why we have to create all the structure, nothing else. So I hope I have given some background for all of you, and I would like more participation. I would like to, Shannon, I would like to, Mr. Reddy, maybe you can throw open for any questions, or anyone to ask anything which we feel it will be more beneficial. Now, I think I have given you some sort of background to this, and a point where we have come into create this global council. It's going to be beautiful. So I see, it's like a Krishna telling Arjuna, hey, you are not running the battle. I have already won the battle. You only have to act. That's what whenever I pray to near Mahasamadhi, I feel my heart, Swami tells me, it is already there. You don't have to worry. You are only just to do. You are nimitta matram. You are only just you are an instrument. And that's all. It is Swami's. Swami wanted it and it will happen. It is not Ratnakar wanted, it would have failed long back, and it wouldn't have taken, even Central Trust, all of us wanted to do. It will not pass. What Swami doesn't want will not pass the muster. We are also very sure, whatever we try, it will not work, because it is his sankalpa. So we are very clear, and every day whenever I pray, Swami, are we going in the right direction? Please tell us, please guide us, please prompt us. So I only feel this. No, it is Swami's word, and it has to be. If it is not implemented in Satya Sai organizations and Satya Sai Trust, where else you can do it? So we will implement it. This will go through. This will, whoever comes. So it is not a division. People are saying you are dividing. Who said we are dividing? Why don't you join? We are not dividing. You are sticking to certain things. You don't want to hear Swami's voice. What can we do? We are not dividing. You are going away, you are staying back. It's not our problem. We are requesting, we are pleading, join us. But if you say you are dividing, we don't accept that. We are not dividing. We are, in fact, the whole thing is started to unite. So you don't blame us saying that we are dividing. No, we never want to. Why on earth we want to divide? Tell me. What is that that we want to divide international organization? No. We said everything will be connected, except that one man, Mr. Reddy, had an ego problem, saying that Global Council will recommend and Central Trust will appoint. In fact, he need not have to feel offended also, because we wouldn't have changed anything. Maybe next president would have been through Global Council coming, and we would have invited. Because we want some continuity, some organizational mechanism. We don't want somebody between Argentina and Indonesia and Malaysia or Africa, they decide and get somebody in after 20 years and who is not connected to Swami. So that time maybe Ratnakar may not be there, Chakravarti may not be there. We do not know what is the change. So whole thing will it will go in a very different way. So we want people to be connected, and whenever you say Satya Sai, they should be connected to Prashant Nilayam. Brothers, tell me one thing. Is it not Prashant Nilayam is the headquarter of Satya Sai mission? Will anybody has got any doubt in that? Where else you can say that Satya Sai mission starts from? What is the headquarter? It is Swami's place. Without Swami and his name, who are we? Now you are saying Satya Sai International, we are independent. That Satya Sai is the one who is glue, who is making is a glue. That is the glue which is holding your organization, whether Indian or Satya Sai Central Trust or of international organization. You remove that word Satya and Sai. Who is who? Why will you even hear to anybody? Why are you here in Zoom call? Because of that Satya Sai. Just because you are asking Ratnakar will speak or Ratnakar speaking, so many people will come. Why? That is the bond. Please don't. I think people have lost sight of it. I think Swami wants to bring back this. That is what I can. These few words, you please, Mr. Shannon, can you throw open anything, any questions? I do not know who is the compeer. I hope I have made certain points clear. If you want, you please talk, ask questions, please.
Om Sai Ram. So thank you very much for that. Certainly, it feels like a satsang. It's in 4 p.m. in South Africa time, nearly 5 o'clock down. So it's an afternoon satsang. So thank you very much for that. Brother Ratnakar, Swami, we love his uncertainty. And when we registered for the Zoom facility, we were expecting to allow at least 300 people into the meeting. But Swami knows best. He only limited it to 100 people. So I'm asking you whether I'm seeking your permission to, the meeting is being recorded, if you would permit us to circulate the video of the meeting.
Please. Shannon, please, there's no problem. See, this is an open meeting. I think, why is the reason you have limited to 100? Is it it's a Zoom limits you or somebody else limited it?
No,
what is it?
It's a Zoom account that limited us. So
okay. You please record if you have absolutely no issue. This is a very, see, brother, one thing. This is we want to be transparent. We want to be very clear. We have nothing to hide, our agenda is clear. Our heart is clear. And whatever I mention that is the fact. There's nothing else.
Thank you very much for that, for finding that clarity. There's a number of questions being posted on the chat, but in addition to that, we've had some questions being sent to us. And you would note from the chat that there's a number of...
No, sorry, Shannon, see, I'm not reading because if I start reading those chats, what I'm talking, my flow. So I've spoken and I've told you, maybe in the chat, whatever is there, you'd let me know what it is like, I will be very happy to answer. I see some of them. If there are groups, you want me to go through that? I'll just...
No. I think you've answered a lot of the questions already. We're already starting to find individuals who are associated with centers starting to express an interest to register with the Global Council. So the situation in South Africa where a decision was to stay with the Satya Sai International Organization. So we're trying to get a sense of how will the Global Council see the situation roll out in South Africa, because we're going to have clearly some centers who are now expressing a deep desire, particularly after listening to your very compelling case, to be part of this Global Council. So how can we facilitate the smooth transition? Because clearly the way you've presented it to us is that we can see that in the spirit of unity, this decision taken is appropriate right now, particularly the way the world is, noting full well that the All India organization is now joined, that we should see the rest of the world joining. So the question to you, brother, how can you help us to smoothen this transition from where we are currently?
I have no idea what are the compulsions in South Africa. In fact, we expected South Africa will jump in very quickly and one of the first to come in. That's what general opinion is, that they're all connected to Swami, and a lot of them are, very regularly visit Prasanthi Nilayam, and they're all very connected and highly enthusiastic about Prasanthi and Swami. And any given time in the year 365 days, somebody or other from African continent, South Africa, Mauritius, somebody or other will be here visiting, and you may not find an American at any point of time, you may not find UK, you may not find somebody from some country, but throughout the year we find somebody from Africa, South Africa, Mauritius. So we felt they are highly connected, and we all wanted that, but I do not know what is your compulsions or what are the misgivings you have there. Brothers, let me be very clear. This is not any disunity. That's not our intention at all. Never. Only, I told you again, this is only person who is affected by this is Dr. Reddy, because we had that clause saying that Global Council will elect from now onwards. They will be. So we wanted a continuity, and we have made that particular point. Even Ms. Nimesh Pandey, when we said the Global Council will recommend and Central Trust will appoint, he had no problem. He took it very nicely. There's no problem. That is the way we have to build institutions, not elegizing individuals. And no, we said this is what he understood very clearly, and he accepted it very gracefully. Accepted it very gracefully. Accepted. He said, "Yes, I have no issue." Just for my own curiosity, if Reddy would have clicked and said, "I am going with the Global Council," what you all would have done? Shannon?
So that's a very good question.
Nobody would have questioned him. Nobody. See, that is what I'm saying. It's one person's issue which they are spreading into all, and taking shield of innocent office bearers, disturbing them, devotees, and saying all sort of things. And I do not know. And any questions, please be upfront and ask me what if anything you have. And let me say, somebody says, let us unify and not diversify. We are not doing that, and we are only unifying. Very clearly, again, I am telling you, a Global Council is for good. It is formed, and it is, we tried our best. And now even we have pleaded, we have asked, we have done that. I don't think you expect, or anyone is expected to go beyond this. We have bent our back to front and back to the extent where our spine is intact. We can't break that. So that is what we have done, and we are not anyway we will disturb this. And Global Council is formed. Global Council will continue. Global Council will flourish, and it is Swami's will. And Swami's connect. We gave a name, Global Council. If you all don't like it, we will change it also if you want. But you all should connect to Prashant Nilayam is what our intention was. So definitely there should be some umbrella under which we all fall, and it will be done. And I'm sure Swami is guiding this, and the Satya Sai mission will engulf. It will be very, very vibrant. Because I remember in 1984, Swami, when I was being here, suddenly after calling all the devotees for interview, some of the devotees he had picked up, he said, he called me also for interview. I was quite surprised. And I said, okay, everybody was, just looking at me, and some of my students, and they're all laughing, you're getting interview today. Because every day Swami talks, we are doing that work, this work, we are very, so then when he called me for interview, and again inside room, he said, he told me, don't eat non-vegetarian food, don't eat egg, be very polite to elders, and be talk less, and be always smiling, don't have castor oil face. All that he was telling me, and said, I have a lot of work with you in future. I did not understand why Swami said that. Now today when I look back, and I remember, because I had written in my diary what Swami said, we have a duty. We are not here for any takeovers, usurping authority. These are all people who are, their mindset is that's why they are projecting. What authority we will have on a devotee? Tell me, it's a blasphemous to even say something. What authority I can build on in a devotee? You will see a devotee, office bearer as a devotee, a fellow brother. What authority you can show? See, it's just a very wrong mindset. What is there to show power You can just, yesterday again, somebody from UK was telling that they said they are going with the Global Council. Entire council has been dismissed. Can you imagine? This is what we want to repair. This is what we say we don't. We should not be doing these things. People are just ignoring these things because maybe they are worried about their own positions. Please don't worry. This center president, you are 2 years or 4 years, or you are a global, you are a central coordinator, regional coordinator, 2 years, 4 years. But you will have, see, until then you will in SSIO. After that, you need Swami. Please choose Swami over all this. And these are all small things. You definitely you will be blessed and you will be very happy. Choose Swami over anything in this world. Not only I'm saying this is not any I'm marketing Global Council. It's up to you. It's between you and Swami, and what Swami guides you, whether Swami wants you to be here or doesn't want. It's all up to you and Swami and what goes on between you all. But let me tell you, just choose Swami. I have chosen him ever since, and he has chosen me from my childhood, and I came into his family. But whenever today also, whenever I get up in the morning, I get enormous energy because I worked for him. It is a great pride in working for God. Every human life is fulfilled, and it's not when you earn anything big in life. It is when you get an opportunity to be serving God. That is the greatest gift for any human birth. So we already have it, and don't lose it, and don't give any color to it. Just be with it. And Swami is Paripurna Avatar. He is God, a Godhead. Don't apply this misuse his name for our own selfish interests to protect that and this. No, because finally he is a just God. He is not an ordinary person. So he will hand over what you deserve. So don't ever take his name in his name. Don't tell lies. Don't. His name is Satya. If there is no Satya in truth in this, and there is no Swami will withdraw from there. Where there is in his name, if you create any or conduct any sacrilege, Swami won't be there. In fact, he is very clear on these things, and Swami is built this organization from age of 14. See, we should revere that. Blood and sweat of Swami for 70 years, he is toiled to build this organization. It is not for you to and me to just do whatever we want. I was really pained when they said why didn't they not talk to them? If you have a convincing, you have a power, you can, the council people who are somebody from a senior devotee from England were talking to me. Sir, they have just summarily dismissed entire central council. Now you talk about love, dharma, process. Why don't you go and take a while and talk to them? It doesn't apply to you. You can, because you are an organization office bearer, you can summarily dismiss them. Who has given you authority? They're also Swami's devotees. Did Swami tell you to do this? Is this power for which you are finding that that is getting because we said all committee, everybody will be together, we will take. Now it's arbitrary. What is that crime or sin they have committed? They said we will join Prashanti Nilayam and go with Swami and Puttaparthi. For that, you summarily dismiss the entire council of a country. Where on earth this kind of behavior we will tolerate? That's why we are not saying let them do what they want. Let Swami decide their karma. It is therefore they will do that. But we have clearly stated our stand. We have said what it is. So there's no problem at all. And we are not saying you please, we are not marketing or we are not doing anything. It's a Swami's wish. If you have to join, you will join. It is Swami's inspiration. It is no more, it is not Reddy versus Ratnakar, SSIO versus SSCT. No. You need to ask Swami what is the correct, whom you want to be. And choose Swami according to me. If I am in your position or any position, I will choose Swami. For any position, if I am like this, I will definitely choose only Swami. Not any position. What is after all center head or after what is that they can do? Even Global Council was the same thing. We never wanted to disturb anybody. So what is that? These things you are worried about, and the kind of fear people are having, or even I heard your country head even said it is unofficial meeting. What is unofficial meeting? don't go or whatever. He is trying to say it is unofficial meeting. Who is he to say unofficial meeting when we devotees are talking? What is official about it? You think Sathya Sai organization, international organization owns everybody? No, that is what we are saying. Your mindset is something wrong. Please change it. That is what we are trying to tell. Connect to Swami. You're always center. You're president. You're don't talk. This is a protocol. You lost Swami in the whole thing. Please, that is what we are saying, brothers. Please forget all this. This is nothing. This is only functional statuses. But human dignity should be maintained. You can't dismiss at your will. You can't appoint somebody at will. You can't promote somebody at will. There is a process. They are all people who have dedicated to Swami. They have come here for Swami's sake. That is what we are saying. For that, we understood there is a problem. So we wanted to say that, and we realized that Swami had already given a direction. We said, okay, let us implement that. We have already done. That's why I said, if at all we have to be found fault, please find fault for not doing this for so long. That is what you should say, not for doing this. What is that we did? Only his problem is that we said international organization chairman will be. He was appointed by us in Central Trust. I have circulated a entire Prashanti Council had written a letter in 2011 asking us to continue Dr. Michael Goldstein. When, say for example, Dr. Reggie Reddy is there, Shannon is there. If the majority of people come together and say we want the continuation of Reggie Reddy, what does it other way it implies? Can anyone say what is that it implies? That they don't want Shannon. Or if they say we want only Shannon to be continued, that means they don't want Reggie Reddy. They all come together and written to us saying, please continue Goldstein and we want your urgent intervention to save the Sathya Sai organization from bleak future. You come when you have a problem to Central Trust and now you say, we don't recognize you, we don't know you, we don't want you. Means, I think, this is not Sai, the way of doing. That's why we should not be indulging in, this kind of. Imagine they say Leonardo Gutter goes and says Sathya Sai Central Trust is blatant liars and posts it on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook. And you want us to call them brothers, please come and talk to us. What do you want? What do you want us to do? They say blatant liars. You are calling Central Trust people. And how do you want to? You are burning all the bridges and you want to do what? So Reddy is not Swami. Why will anybody go with him? Where is Swami? You will do Partiyatra to California. So we are not saying anything that because we are holding it. It is Swami's property. We are just a trustee is a custodian. A trustee is a watchman. I'm just a humble servant at the lotus feet. Somebody from one of international office bearers, they wrote to me, brother, that this, you do this, and finally they said, I'm a pebble. I said, thank you, go, congratulations for promotion. We are still a particle, dust particles at the feet. You already got promoted as a pebble. So I jokingly said, so we are at Swami's feet and our servitude is only for Swami. And we will, please note this, we will implement what Swami wants, Swami's direction. If we don't implement, who will do it? Otherwise, Swami will change us and get it implemented. He will get somebody who is tougher and get it implemented because his word, if in his organization, if his word is not respected, revered, then where else we do it? And they go on saying Prashanti Council was formed by Swami, international organization was formed by Swami. There are 3 brothers. Who said to you 3 brothers? It's not so. It's not so. Please understand one thing. Sathya Sai Central Trust, when Swami said, including, when we said after Mahasamadhi also, we facilitated the entire transition of international organization. There was so much of issue. You wanted Sathya Sai organization that time. I have all the records and minutes of the meeting. In fact, Reddy thanked me for after his announcement of international chairman was announced. I've even written in that I had a problem. Goldstein was not talking to me for 4 or 5 years because he felt is unjustifiably we have done it, and he, in fact, such a Prashanti Council. If I think you all should circulate this. If you want, I will. Shannon, I will send you again. This is a Prashanti Council letter to us in 2011. He says Goldstein has just informed us that he has been asked to step down from the chairmanship of World Foundation. See, he has been asked. I mean, who asked him? See, this is what it is. They are simply trying to tell, more royal than king and more. That's not correct. We are not saying anything. Swami was very, very conscious of legalities. Absolutely. Let me also tell you, Swami was appointing. Swami was a sole trustee of Central Trust. In that capacity, he was appointing national, international chairs. Please, I don't want to go into more details because that is internal working. So please, these are all wrong things which were, and they keep on saying 2006 Swami named Goldstein as a chair. See, I just read this letter. Bhagwan personally appointed Dr. Goldstein as a chairman of Prashanti Council when it was formed as apex body of the International Sai Organization 2003. 2003, Swami appointed him as International Prashanti Council chairman. And in 2006, Swami named Goldstein to be chairman of the Sathya Sai World Foundation. It is there. So when did Swami appoint Dr. Reddy, as Buttar says? Because if you give wrong narratives, wrong things, and call us names, that is not going to solve. Swami will expose you. You can't see that you will never get the traction. Because if you depend on untruth and lies, how can you get a blessing? And so you want Swami to be on your side? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. So you can ask any question. See, and one more thing, they keep on saying 2006 Swami's final word. What is final word you are saying? Have you ever seen the Sanatana Sarthi which is published? And again, this is very, 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 very cleverly putting to convenient of themselves. So I was surprised. My office people, boys were telling me, sir, when we click the Sathya Sai International Organization 2006 document, only one page will come in a Sanatana Sarthi page. What is the second page? There are 2 pages. Because second page is Goldstein's name is there. He published it. I understand he asked Secretary Central Trust that time, Mr. Chakravarti, and he published it. It is not Swami said anything like that. So 2006, he says, and they publish only first page because they don't want to see Goldstein's name in that Sathya Sai International Organization website. The second page has got Goldstein. I will ask my office to send it to Shannon. I will ask them to send it to you, the whole 2 pages. It's a Goldstein who formed and Swami appointed. He says Swami named Goldstein to be chairman of Sathya Sai World Foundation. Maybe he wanted to all people to know, officialize it. And when it goes from official Sanatana Sarthi, people will recognize it. Perhaps he would have requested, that's what Chakravarti sir says, he just came and asked, I said, okay. So there are more things to it. I don't want to speak all those like this in forums. I feel bad about it, but it doesn't cut any ice with us. We know the whole thing. It's not right for me to even speak these things here. So where is that? Why you are putting off of it? And they keep saying World Council was banned by Swami. Then what did he say after that? What did he say? He said all of you will form each country will form its own organization. They'll all report to Prashanti Nilayam. I think you all should know this.
సందేహాలంతా కూడా కొంతమందికి కలత పెడుతూ ఉంటారు. ఇంటర్నేషనల్ అనేటువంటి దీంట్ లోపల మనము యావత్ ప్రపంచం యొక్క సత్యసాయి సంస్థల యొక్క కార్యకర్తల యొక్క భావాలను కొంతమంది చక్కగా అర్థం చేసుకోవటం లేదు. వరల్డ్ కౌన్సిల్ అనేటువంటి వారి యొక్క సంబంధ బాంధవ్యాన్ని కూడా వారు చక్కగా గుర్తించడం లేదు. కొన్ని దేశములకు ప్రత్యేకించినటువంటి ఒక ప్రతినిధిని మనం నియమించుకోవాలని ప్రయత్నం చేస్తున్నాం. ఈ ప్రతినిధిని ఏ రీతిగా నియమించాలి, ఎవరు నియమించాలి, దీనికి మరికొంతమందికి కూడా కొన్ని ఆపోహలు ఉంటున్నాయి. అక్కడ ఉన్నటువంటి భక్తుల లోపల వారి యొక్క ఆశయాలను ఆధారం చేసుకొని భక్తుల యొక్క ఇచ్చ ప్రకారమే అక్కడ సెలక్షన్ కావాలి అంటారు. ఈ విధమైనటువంటి యొక్క కలతలు ప్రారంభమైతే ఇది క్రమక్రమేణా ఒక పాలిటిక్స్ అంటారు చూడండి, అక్కడ కొన్ని రకమైనటువంటి ఎలక్షన్ గా తయారవుతుంది. ఈ ఎలక్షన్ లోపల ప్రేమలు పూర్తి కూడా చచ్చిపోతాయి. నిజముగా మనము ప్రేమను పెంచుకోవాలంటే ఎలక్షన్ లో మనం దిగ్గూడదు, సెలక్షన్ లో ఉండాలి. ఆ సెలక్షన్ సెంట్రల్ టెస్ట్ ద్వారా పోవాలి. ఎవరికెవరు వారికి వారు పోటాడుకొని వారికి వారి కలహములు పెంచుకొని విభాగముల చేత అనేక రకమైనటువంటి విషయాన్ని తర్కించుకోవటానికి ప్రయత్నించకూడదు. ప్రేమ స్వరూపులారా, నిజముగా సత్యసాయి సంస్థలు యందు ఎట్టి పవిత్రమైన భావాలు ఉంటున్నాయనేటువంటిది లోకం కూడా గుర్తిస్తూనే ఉంటుండాలి. సామాన్యమైనటువంటి సంసారములు కనుక కేవలం మానవ మాత్రులుగా ఉండటం చేత ఏదో కొంతమంది తప్పులు చేస్తూ ఉండవచ్చును. అంత మాత్రం చేత సంస్థలకు ఏమాత్రం కూడా దెబ్బ తగలదు. నిజంగా సత్యసాయి సంస్థలు చేస్తున్నటువంటి త్యాగము వర్ణనాతీతం.
See, this is what very clearly say. Swami says all the appointments should go through Central Trust. We are not even saying that. Just let us, you only appoint your own people, but Central Trust also will be a part of it. We said we will appoint only 3 people from Central Trust to Global Council. Majority will be all of you. From Indian organization, we will have an executive council. The international organization will have executive. That's what we have given in a Global Council entire thing, the structure. So Swami wanted these things, and why we are not implementing it? This is one more Swami's discourse.
మరొక విషయము, వరల్డ్ కౌన్సిల్ అనేటువంటి ఒక పేరుతో పూర్వం జరిగేటువంటిది. ఏదో అప్పుడు కొద్దిగా జనములు ఉండటం చేత దాన్ని ఆ విధమైనటువంటి దీంట్లో అనుసరించడానికి అవకాశం చిక్కేది. ఇప్పుడు విదేశాల్లో కూడా చాలా భారతదేశం కంటే అధికంగా పెరిగిపోయినాయి. ఈ బాధ్యత అంతా కూడా ఒక వ్యక్తిగా సాధించడం అంటే వీలు కాదు. కనుక భారతదేశానికి అంతా కూడా ఒక్క ప్రెసిడెంట్ గా మనం ఒకటి పెట్టుకొని వివిధ దేశాలకు ఆయా దేశానికి తగినట్టుగానే వారికే ఈ బాధ్యత అప్పచెప్పి ఈ వరల్డ్ కౌన్సిల్ అనేటువంటి దాన్ని ఈనాడు తీసివేశాం. కనుక ఈ పేరుతో ఇంకా నచ్చదు. ఆయా దేశం వారు అక్కడ కూడా మన భారతదేశంలో ఉన్నట్టుగా 5-6 మంది చేరటము, ఆ యొక్క దేశం యొక్క బాధ్యత ఆ వాతావరణానికి తగినట్టుగా వారి పద్ధతికి తగినట్టుగా వారు చేసుకుంటూ పోవటం చాలా మంచిది. అయితే ఎవరి పాటికి వారిని వదిలిపెట్టేసేస్తే ఇది అస్తవ్యస్తంగా మారిపోతుంది. కనుక అక్కడ నుంచి కూడాను అక్కడ జరిగేటువంటి యొక్క పద్ధతుల గురించి మన ఇండియాకు తెలుపుతూ రావాలి. భారతదేశంలో ఏ పద్ధతులను అనుసరిస్తున్నామో వారి దేశకాల పరిస్థితుల ప్రభావాన్ని గురించి వారు కూడా ఆ పద్ధతులు కొంచెం వరకు అభివృద్ధి పరచుకోవాలి. కనుక అక్కడి నుంచి కూడాను ఈ ఇండియాకు ఆ పరిస్థితులు తెలపాలి. ఆ ఆఫీస్ ఇప్పుడు ప్రశాంతి నిలయం ఆఫీసు. ఈ విధమైనటువంటి మార్పులు చేయటం దేనివల్లనంటే కేవలము ఒక అభివృద్ధిగాంచుతున్నటువంటి ఒక సాయి సంస్థలను మరింత ఉత్సాహం పరిచే నిమిత్తమై కొన్ని మార్పులు చేయవలసిందే కానీ వేరు కారణాలు మీరు ఏమాత్రం కూడా చింతించకండి. కనుక మీరు వేరు భావాలను పెట్టుకొని ఏదేదో అనవసరమైనటువంటి మాటలతో కాలాన్ని వ్యర్థం చేయటమే కాకుండా సంస్థల యొక్క పేరు ప్రతిష్టలు కూడా ఏమాత్రం కూడా మీరు హానికరం చేయించకూడదు. అందరూ ఒక్కటి, అందరూ దైవ బిడ్డలుగా ఉంటుండాలి.
All should be reporting to Prashanti Nilayam, that head office is Prashanti Nilayam. Swami very clearly saying, they want only say Swami closed World Council. You listen to us, because that doesn't want to say that. So you need to completely go by what Swami says. Don't use Swami for convince. It is not going to work. So Shannan, can you start asking questions?
Thank you very much. So there's been a lot of comments on the chat, and some of the comments have been that your explanation is very clear and precise, and we thank you for that. The question, and even what was contained in our letter that went out to you, was that is there an opportunity to still have further engagements with Satya Sai International Organization? I think you covered it, but there's a plea out there that we still try and engage with them. If you could respond to that.
I want to tell you one thing. See, we once bitten, twice shy. Why? In fact, what is the reason why we have to announce this? See, we are finding it difficult even to get a meeting. A Central Trust asked for a meeting and it has been turned down. I think you all should understand that Central Trust should not be in this position. I don't think anybody should be able to afford to say turn down our request for a meeting in Satya Sai organization. No. I'm telling you, if this was to happen, Swami would have dismantled SSIO in 15 seconds. Believe me, yeah, that's how World Council, he had some, they were acting funny. Swami said World Council is not required. So, because he was a trustee, he was a sole trustee of the trust. So, please be very clear, we had no problem in doing it, but Global Council is for real. We have no problem even tomorrow if Reddy wants to come and say, we will all come together, we have no issue. But Global Council is for sure, but I have my own doubts. But the reason is, we are seeing the repeat. We have gone through this grind. 2 years we tried with Udanhalli people. 2 years we were negotiating, telling them, please don't do this, please. They have come here, we have discussed. They also used to say, Swami told us, Swami has commanded it, Swami's work, and everything like that only these guys used to tell. They used to all Satya, Dharma, Swami, and they will go on praising Swami. And 2 years they wasted, and suddenly one day they went and amended the very trust deed which Swami had signed. So we have gone through this. Once bitten, twice shy, they say. No, we have gone through all this. So that's why we said this will go on like this. And so we had announced it, and we thought, let us not again get back into that kind of a situation where we are at receiving end. So we said, okay. And we have no issue. Anybody can join. Anybody don't want to join. You are respected as a Swami devotees. And only that's what I said. You all, anybody can come into Prashanti. Anybody can have darshan. But you will be those who are these things will not be available. That is which I've explained my stand also. We only explain stand. It is not a threat. What is threat there? If we don't allow a speaker from here, what is your threat? You have been on your own. You are independent. Why do you need us? So that's okay. I think that's not a threat or anything. That is our stated position. Our whom we call or who subscribe to Swami and Prashanti Nilayam. That is the privileges they get. You don't need to be worried about it. When you have taken you are saying no to Prashanti Nilayam. Why will Prashanti will be saying yes to you? So this is very clear. I think I have made amply clear without mincing any words, because you should everybody should be very clear about what I'm saying.
No, thank you very. No, Sairam, I think that's very clear, and I thank you for that. I'm going to allow for 2 questions, and we'll ask anybody who wants to raise their hand and put a question to you. There's a lot of questions on the chat, which I think you've covered. A lot of people are proposing how we move forward. But if there's a devotee that wants to ask a question, I'm going to allow it. 2 questions, if anybody wishes to raise their hand, so I can get that indication. Because I've noted your willingness to answer any question. So if there's a devotee that wishes to answer a question, they could unmute themselves and raise the question.
Yeah.
Om Sairam, Brother Shannon.
Please go ahead, Brother Ravi.
Om Sairam to all. I think firstly, a very happy Mother's Day to all the mothers on the call. Of course, all gratitude to our dear Mother Sai. Firstly, I think due respect, lots of appreciation and thanks for sharing that context, Brother Ratnakar. I appreciated. There's a few things that just run through my mind, and I think it will be running through the limited callers on this line, the 100 people. There could have been much more in this call. I have no doubt about that. But I think with due respects, I think one needs to understand that the contents that you share in this call, guaranteed that there would have been 50 to more people in this call that didn't have this kind of context. So it's not a question, but just some thoughts that run through my mind. One, highly endorsed the terms of what Swami teaches us. We all look for unity. This organization shouldn't run and revolve around one individual. I think the name has been mentioned a few times. For me personally, it is highly disappointing that we as a structure like this for so many years, I think Swami will be highly disappointed with us having one individual that was mentioned. I'm not sure the evidence around it. I'm not sure thoughts around it, but there's a lot of communication that's come through. But I think revolving around an individual, that's one. We'll park that aside because I think we are a much bigger organization that Swami taught us so many things for this to revolve around one individual. This is Swami's organization. So we park that aside. The other bit is my understanding, being an ex-national officer myself, also being linked with the Sai structures for 30 some odd years or so, to understand that I've always understood this, that we're always linked to Prashanti, and that's where the guidance and all of that comes through. There are two entities. One is the Sri Satya Sai International Organization, and then we have the global structure. There again, for me, the disappointment is the gelling of them both. I feel highly embarrassed, right, to understand that the trust wants to have communication with the Sri Satya Sai International Organization, and from what you've expressed, that engagement is not happening. We are a big organization. There again, I don't think Swami will be very impressed with us. The other, but I think leaning on to, I think one of the comments that came through the chat, how does this digest itself down the ground? Very simplistic terms. I live in the Four Ways area in Gauteng. I wouldn't want to see that we have an organization in the same district, in the same area, all affiliated to our master's organization in Prashanti, having one being Sri Satya Sai International Organization in the same district, then we have another one linked to the Global Council, Global Trust. For me, that would be highly shameful. Swami has taught us to be united, and with all respect to you, Brother Ratnakar, you've expressed it so nicely that in anything, we...
Thank you. Thank you. Shannon, you want me to say something? I think he just, Ravi, thank you. Just you have given your point of view, and we too don't want to see. We have gone through this, and why it is quite stressful for us to have, because the next door we have another 80 kilometers. We have a setup. You know, all these imposters are doing all sort of things. We go through this problem every day, Ravi. Every day, because these guys have set up a shop just 80 kilometers from here, and you know what I'm referring to. And people keep asking us, what is this? What is this? So we have gone through this embarrassment for last 7-8 years, and in the name of Swami, and Swami is talking, we know the pain more than anybody else. So not that we want to create this again for everybody, but that is what unity. Where was these guys from Udunalli went and damaged most, you tell me? It is an international Sai organization. They have gone into various countries, and there. Why none of you have raised this kind of so much vigor, and why did you not, Reddy, or did not try that time to stop that? I wish you had all done this kind of a work and say, no, that is not the Prashanti, and Swami is ours. Swami belongs to Satya Sai Central Trust, Satya Sai International Organization. Why did you not do this? Today, you are doing hundreds of calls. Many of them, believe me, many of them, when they talk and go, they do touch with us, and they say, sorry, thanks to you guys, 5 years or even in last 8 years, 10 years, some of them are getting calls for the first time. Ravi, I am not kidding. Some of them have been called by Reddy after as first time. Why? Many people have expressed this to me. So now we have seen this. Where did Mudanhalli went and created a rift? Most of it is in Satya Sai International Organization. National organization, they couldn't do anything much. That time, all of you should have raised this kind of. You are fighting with the Central Trust, which is your brother, which is your supporter. You should have raised this kind of a thing and told everybody. Where were the... See, the whole problem is center is gone, but I still will remain a center president. That was the thing. See, Mudanhalli took devotees from a center, but you had a tag of central coordinator or central what you call central president. See, that tag was something. See, why did you not raise that this kind of alarm and this kind of thing which was going on then? You should have tried to your best to avoid that. If you had fought like this, they would have been limited by now. You did not do it. You just stayed back because you have your own personal reasons, if I have to say that. See, this is what I'm not blaming anybody. See, you're fighting, you're barking up a wrong tree. We are yours and you are our people. We are fighting each other. We should have raised this kind of a alarm bells to all over. The international organization ideally should have done this that time. Contact everybody. They just passively stayed because they were happy. They were, controlling and they were, doing whatever they want. Nobody to question. So this is what I'm saying. We have gone through this, brother. Please don't have some trust in us because we have not done anything without thinking or without applying mind. We have gone through it, and it's not correct for me to keep saying so many things. It's fine, but it is a very considered, deliberated decision. It's not for, forget about this is what power we will have. Power, authority, take over, what can we take over? What we'll get when we take over? This is what we will do. Morning I did one video call. Now I'm doing video call. Tomorrow, 11 o'clock in the night, I'm doing a video call. This is what I'll have to keep working. That's all. What will I get? And all said and done, see, let us have that clarity in mind. This power, influence, authority. When you have this is in a psychology, it's called projection technique. What you have, you project and see in others. This is not our intent at all. This is never our intent. Please be very clear on this. Swami has been such a loving master. How can we even say Prashanthi Nilayam is not? We don't need to go there. I don't think anybody. I don't see. I don't consider them as a devotees. If somebody says Prashanthi Nilayam is not a place where we should go, or place of adharma, or whatever you say, such things, I think they should be condemned by each and every devotee, irrespective of you're a part of organization or not. So it hurts. It hurts the feeling and sentiment of each one of us, not because we are office bearers or trustees. We are Swami's devotees, Swami's children. We don't like to hear that disunity and this kind of making Zoom calls or bringing. See the way they go about it. See, we have to give the other side. Our view of it. Otherwise, I'm told very, very harshly, people, they talk and say, you're working for us. If they say we need a time, no, you're working for us, do what we say. And many people are threatened, 24 hours will change you. I think all of you will know what I'm saying. People who have gone through, they will know it. What's happening. It's not any lie. They know what they're saying. So any of that is, leave them aside. I don't care what they're doing and how people are accepting it. That is up to you and up to them. But please be rest assured, let us be at Swami's lotus feet. Let us connect to Prashanthi Nilayam. It's a beautiful place. There's no place where the divine vibrations are felt better than Prashanthi Nilayam. I have traveled. I've been with Swami. He has sent me so many places. When your heart is it's the most natural, closest to God when you are in Prashanthi Nilayam. So please take your own time. Take your own decisions. Ask Swami. Don't ask Reddy or Guttar or Ratnakar or anybody else. Ask Swami. He will guide you. Okay. Yes, Sharan. Tell me.
Yes. Thank you very much for that. I think it's helped us to with that very complex issue. I've noted a hand from Brother Yeshan. Brother Yeshan, if you could please ask your question, but I appeal to you to be brief. Go ahead, Brother Yeshan.
Yeah. Sairam, Brother Shannon, and Sairam to Brother Ratnakar. So, yeah, and I think firstly, a special thanks also to Dr. Reddy for also and to Brother Shannon for putting this meeting together. I think I'm going to get straight to the point on this question, and I think for me, it's I think hearing Brother Ratnakar speaking, it's in a way it's also it's shocking, but I think it's also it's a relief of many of us sort of shoulders, because I think what he's experiencing at that level is very similar to what we are experiencing down at a center level. And I think for me, the big question here is around, let's just say, should we reach a point whereby our current leadership does decide to go via the global sort of council route? how do we rectify or address the challenges that we are currently experiencing from the top level all the way down to like a regional level, because I find that the system that's being created now within the current leadership structure, should we move forward where we are part of the global sort of council structure, we may find the current leaders who are part of the system falls into that system, and then there's a high risk that a lot of these practices will tend to follow into that sort of route. So maybe some sort of assurance. How do we address those kinds of practices?
See, that's why I said definitely when once we are in a very nascent stage of, once we form it and you all come in, definitely see, we will call a spade a spade. Nobody here, they only genuinely Swami loving, Swami abiding people will be heading the institution in the going forward. And it should be very, very acceptable to all. There's no question of anybody controlling or giving orders, giving instructions, what to do, what not to do, attend a call, don't attend a call. No, nobody should do these things. And it is a more of it's a shoulder to shoulder. It is, when I am a managing trustee, when I go, anybody can walk in from Sathya Sai Central Trust, anybody from any unit can walk in, they talk to me. And I've told of those unit heads also, nobody should have any offense for that. Because where do they go if they have a issue? And I also tell them, and I tell all those people also, keep your people, your unit heads informed that you are meeting me. And I've told all of them not to have any problem with such things. Because a flow, sometimes a stitch in time saves 9. Sometimes unit heads are feel delicate, but these guys can come and speak to me, or a lot of informally. We are not, we all like a brothers, we work here. We don't have any, I go and meet them on their desk and we sit there, chat and talk to them and get the work. And we are like that. We are not any, we are all at Swami's feet and we are all working together. So we will inculcate all that culture, Yashan. Definitely there will be more love and more of people who perform should lead. That is what I personally believe. People not who talk, and definitely there's no place for people with ego. See, we come here to leave our identity to Swami, to merge our identity into Swami. You come and create here, I'm that, I'm this, I'm that president, this. See, I think you are losing out. The time you do it, the time you create your own this thing, Swami will leave. It cannot be, both cannot happen. It's light and night and day, night and light, darkness and light cannot exist. Swami won't be there where there's ego. So they leave aside. So we will inculcate a new culture, and we want, that's why we want a vibrant organization. We want people who love Swami, who are really interested in serving Swami. That is what we want to do this. We have realized it over a period of time, and then again, and I am telling you, we pray and we seek pardon, forgiveness from Swami for not doing this early. We also failed to comply by his direction. So that is what we are going through. It is difficult, being in my seat, I am attacked from all sides. I've been criticized and a lot of things have been told, and unfortunately, can you believe that these people join some of these social network rumor mongers? That is the level of Sathya Sai International Organization has gone to. They're discussing, there are people talking to them from international organization. People are asking, means what level you have gone to, what level you have taken it down. Brother, we will definitely implement, and we will definitely create a more loving and more Swami-centric organization. The moment Swami is center, you will see everything will fall into place. Not if you have individual in your focus, then all this will happen. When the moment Swami is there, everything else will fall into second place and we will all work together. That focus only Global Council is initiated for. Create a focus on Swami, Sai mission, Sai teachings. Okay, Shen?
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Appreciate that answer. Thank you.
Thank you, Yeshan. So we very mindful that we've now at 6 o'clock in South Africa time, it's 9:30 India time. So I'm going to allow Dr. Reddy to make some comments before and thereafter Brother Bharat Rupa will make some concluding comments. Reggie, Dr. Reddy.
Om Sairam, and thank you, Brother Ratnakar, for the very succinct and spiritual contextualization of the challenging and prevailing events that affected the whole Sai World Organization. And I've no doubt that your presentation will allude to a lot of relaxation of apprehensions about some misunderstandings. Just want to highlight to you, and a few personal pertinent things. I entered the organization at the age of 27. As a young youth of the organization, and now I'm an elder adult of the organization. And the only thing that has kept me focused in relation to the mission of Swami was Swami himself, and no other individual. Nothing else that kept me, what they call in Prashanti Vaini, Swami said, Ekagartha, one point of concentration. And I believe that all the devotees who are listening here and are going to listen to this conversation today should be fearless and not be fearful and not be intimidated. Satyam Vada Dharma Chara, that Swami said about. That must prevail. And as Brother Ratnakar said, the culture of the Sathya Sai Mission Organization is one of understanding, of discipline, of love, of working together, and not focus on individuality, but focus on the mission of Swami. Swami has given us a mission and a vision, and how do we manifest the mission? Now, in this context, in the South African organization, it's we still, Brother Vishnu and his council, our brothers and our sisters, and we open our hearts to them to work with them and to realize that we're not different. But unfortunately, that the Sathya Sai organization in South Africa has taken the stance without the consultation of many of the founders of the organization, who are our fathers, who some of them are still living. The pioneering senior leadership of the organization are still living, even before my time. And I think that these elders and founders of the organization formulated the Sathya Sai organization in South Africa and the omnipresence of Swami, and inspired by Swami and Swami himself and nobody else. And when the organization was first started in this country, the first allegiance and the first obeisance was from the Sathya Sai Prashanti Nilayam Central Trust, and it started at that point in time. So I want to show the organization that our culture in 1990, Swami at Indian Culture and Spirituality Summer Course, Swami alluded to our culture and traditions. Always respect our elders. I appeal to Brother Vishnu and his team to respect the hierarchy of the system of our Indian culture, is to go back to our roots, reflect on what they said about not aligning themselves to the Global International Council, of aligning to the Sathya International Organization, to look intrinsically, reflect, and there's no enemies here. We are all here to solve the problems. And I believe that the Sathya Sai Central Council of South Africa owe it to everybody in this country to lead correctly, to engage and not disengage. And we all know that who have been involved in this country for the last 35 years of the organization. And we've seen, unfortunately, the trajectory of activities in this country have gone down, and it's questionable about the way the organization. Last year, when there's concerned devotees, who are, some of them are Sai seniors and some of them even are young adults, try to get together to resolve the issues as regarding the Sathya Sai schools in South Africa, which is Swami's tangible legacy in the education world. Unfortunately, they were turned down to help and assist the schools. Hence that the schools in Newcastle and Chatsworth had to decrease the grades, and as a result that they have decreased the formulation of the system. And I feel that we can still correct this by working together in the unity as an organization in this country, with the support of the Sathya Sai Central Trust of India, to call upon the expertise which they have in terms of education and other seva projects, which South Africa were many of the leaders of the world in what we did. And there's no doubt we can resuscitate that, but we need the unity principle. And let's not hold on to things that in 1987, All India Seva Conference, Swami alluded to the principle of Advaita, the principle of oneness. And he said, and during this time where the world has got the pandemic and got the crisis, and in South Africa's organization, we have a crisis of education, I think it's incumbent on the leadership in this country to align themselves with the principle of unity, not to seek conflict, but to seek solutions and to seek this well-being. There's 4 things I like to highlight to the organization to appeal to them is recognize our errors at the beginning of wisdom, as Swami said. Let's adjust, let's understand, have the discipline and the love aside, brothers and sisters, and we're here to see each other in the eye and to promote this mission of a Swami. And I pray that we all tune into this resonance of our brother Ratnakar, who's highlighted Swami in a succinct way, and we are the servant of servants. And I here look at myself not as anybody unique and special. I look at serving Swami as a servant of servants in servitude. I thank you, Brother Ratnakar, for giving me this chance to listen, and thank you, Brother Shannon, and all the devotees on this